Thank you, Madam Speaker, and welcome, Colorado, to a brave new world. A person is property, personhood as a commodity. We had a civil war over treating persons as property, and there was a lot of civil rights legislation after that Civil War to extend the civil rights to people that were previously treated as property. Now, those civil rights were rapidly undone by the Senate that has new bills of treating persons as property, personhood as a commodity. So when does a person, I don't know, I like the line, a person's a person, no matter how small. Because a bill like this does not negate the moral questions. To quote or paraphrase Martin Luther King Jr., you can't legislate morality. You can't legislate morality. Neither can you make the immoral moral by making it legal. If you take something that's immoral and make it legal, it's just legal, not moral. So when you have the state come in, and the state doesn't have the option, doesn't have the authority to revoke personhood. I know previous bills from this body have pretended to not extend personhood to an individual. But you have to realize that that personhood is never extended to any individual. I mean, I haven't found it. Perhaps the lawyers in here can show me where. That would be very helpful. But the personhood is not extended. And when you look at the definition of person, from the time that these were done, a person is a human, basically the human body plus the soul. So either you, and that's based on, then you get into our founding, that all men, all mankind is created equal, endowed with certain unalienable rights, among which are life. Because without life, liberty and pursuit of happiness are meaningless. So bills that previously tried to negate or ignore the personhood of the individual don't actually negate the personhood of the individual. It just means that this body, this General Assembly, is telling the law and making it illegal to ignore the personhood of a class of individuals. And the reason for doing that is to avoid the 5th and 14th Amendments, whereby no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, and the 6th Amendment, guaranteeing a speedy trial, and the 8th Amendment, guaranteeing that no person would be subject to cruel and unusual punishment. Exsanguination, bleeding out, suffocation, starvation, mechanical dismemberment, chemical burning. Those are all, I would classify as cruel and unusual. Now, being a formerly preborn person, I can guarantee you, I'm speaking only on behalf of the preborn persons, because in this case, what we have is we have two persons. We have two persons. And the sponsors want to further codify that it is okay to kill one of these persons brutally, with no limitation of time. Because a preterm baby could have the right to life, nominally. It's still pretty sketchy in this room. Whereas an overdue baby, more developed, would not have the right to life. So then you have to get into, is personhood conferred by this General Assembly, or pretended to be conferred by the process of birth, in which case you'd have to ask the question about cesarean section. You just bring up moral questions